In today's video, we're going to be exploring how soap works along with creating some jazzy art. Kenan, look at all my milk!
That is a lot of milk. Why do you have so much milk?
Because we're gonna fill a kiddie pool with milk today and play with magic milk with all of our soaps and everything. Kenan and I have really dived into the whole washing your hands and soaps and bacteria. And so we want to extend that even further with something that we all have probably tried at home, the magic milk.
Yes, so we're gonna do one of my favorite experiments. It's so easy to show how soap works. And all you need are 3 simple ingredients: some milk, some soap, and some food coloring.
Here's the basic idea. Soap molecules interact with fats, such as the ones found in milk. When we add soap to our tie-dyed milk, we have some very unique patterns that emerge. But does the type of base in the soap matter, or is soap just soap?
So the idea behind this experiment is fairly simple. You're gonna start by pouring some milk into your dish. So milk, as we've talked about a few times, because you know, you and I love working with milk, is made up of a bunch of proteins, but also a lot of fats. There's a ton of fats in there. And soap is great at popping and disrupting fats. And so that's what we're going to do with our soap today. But before that, we're gonna put just some drops of food coloring, and we'll go a couple different colors, into our milk. So now that we've got our food coloring sitting on top of our milk, the next thing is super simple. You're just gonna take a little bit of soap. I'm gonna put it on a Q-tip. You could put it on your finger as well, like this, and we're gonna touch it down. What should happen is that the soap is a surfactant, and so the lipids inside of the soap should interact with the fats inside of the milk to break it down and causing them to get cascaded all around. So let's see if that works. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! There you go, yeah. So the soap is actually breaking down the fats and pushing all of those away. So the food coloring that's sitting on top of it is getting just thrown around and pushed away from the soap as it breaks down the fats in the milk.
So Kenan, I have a question for you. The food coloring is just an additive to that milk. It has nothing to do with the reaction whatsoever, right?
Yeah, that's right. So the food coloring is water-based, so it shouldn't be interacting as much with the soap. What's really working here is the soap is interacting with the fats in the milk to break them down and push them all around.
Oh, I love it. That is so, so cool.
So this is actually the same way that soap works when we use it on our hands. There's a bunch of like dirty particles that are on our hands, and the soap has these little fat bubbles around it that are gonna do one of 2 things. They're either going to be attracted to the dirt particles and capture those inside of the soap bubbles, so that when the water comes along, it'll wash away the soap bubbles with the dirt captured inside of it. Or, in terms of bacteria and viruses, the fatty molecules of the soap are actually going to insert into the fatty membranes of the bacteria or viruses and break them up, causing them to pop and disrupt, just like we're doing with the milk fats.
All right, so I have moved Kenan right there. He's staring at the kiddie pool. I'm gonna start dumping this milk in here so we can get going on our experiment here in the studio. What kind of pattern should I make?
You know, I like to go with a lot of randomness. I like a lot of big blobs, and then, you know, a couple like different smaller colors to sprinkle all around. But big blobs are always the most fun.
Okay, Kenan, I think we've got a good base of colors. What do you think?
I think that's a good amount of color. You seem to have a pretty good base. I say you start playing out with the soaps.
So what do you think the best way for us to test these soaps is? So I went around the studio and just collected as many soaps as I can find.
You could start just seeing if on a small scale you're able to like maybe touch a finger to the soap and then touch it in one of those colors and see what happens.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can maybe just start pouring a glob of each soap in one corner around the pool. That would be another way to go about it.
So first we're gonna test some dishwasher powder. I think I'm just gonna like sprinkle this and then we'll like see what happens. Oh, I'm just like, the stuff that's falling through my fingers is already like pushing out the color.
So what should be happening is as that's dissolving, dishwasher powder is typically lyophilized soap. So it's dried out, and as soon as it hits water, it's going to become soap activated.
And so as soon as it hits the water and the milk, it's activating that soap and allowing that to push those colors away.
So this is super unique because I feel like this is bubbling, where yours just kind of like spread, like you're talking about. As it's dissolving, it's like coming up from the bottom of the milk and making it like super bubbly. Okay, so we know the dish powder works, so we'll put this over here. Something we want to test now is, since we're on the dishwasher trend, we might as well like test out the Cascade. So I'm just gonna like squirt this in here. It fell to the bottom. The dish powder is doing a fantastic job. It's still happening. But the Cascade that I dropped in there, it's doing a whole lot of nothing.
Put a little bit on your finger and try touching one of the bubbles and or one of the color spots, and we'll see if that does anything.
Okay, I'll try. Put it right here. It's happening, it's happening, it's happening!
Ah, that is awesome. Yes, that's what's supposed to happen. I wonder if perhaps the Cascade liquid is too thick, and so it's falling to the bottom.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be time released. And so over time, you're actually going to see those soaps release out of that liquid, and then you'll see it happen later.
Okay, so something else we wanted to try was some Goo Gone.
So I've always been interested. I don't know actually what's in Goo Gone. I've never looked into it, but I want to know if it works the same.
All right, let's try it. I'll put some on my finger and touch one of these little pockets. It's work. Oh my gosh, it works so well. Kenan, it works so well. It works the best.
That is awesome. So, okay, then I feel like that validates my thought of Goo Gone just being like super strong soap, because that is kicking butt.
This is amazing. And I like put a little drop on my finger. Now I have to just like drip it in.
Wait, no, don't do it yet. Oh, did you already?
I did it.
I can see it slowly moving from underneath. Look at that whole bottom part. Yeah. Oh.
I feel so magical. That was insane. I was not expecting the Goo Gone to work that well. Holy smokies.
Holy smokies. Indeed.
So something else that I grabbed, since we're on the dish kick, is some jet dry. I don't know if this is gonna work at all, but dishwashers have this in there to help your dishes look like beautiful. So it has a really pretty shine. Do you think this is gonna work?
I have no clue. I don't even know what jet dry is. I wash my dishes like an old school college student, because that's what I am.
So I'm actually, since my fingers have Goo Gone all over them, to make sure we have a fair and true test, I'm gonna use this stick. Oh my goodness! It works just as well!
There you go. Look at that explosion. I love it. You see how everything's getting pushed out to the edge. That's as all of those soap molecules are interacting with the fats in the water to literally just separate everything.
Okay, so the next thing I have in here, we're just really on a dish kick today. We have some dish soap. So we know that all these dish soaps have worked. If this one does not work, we're gonna have some issues, because I use this to clean my dishes.
That would be very surprising if it didn't work.
I'm disgusted.
I feel like something weird is going on. This is just normal, regular dish soap. Oh, there it goes. Look at it. Look at it. You're missing it.
I missed it.
It was delayed.
I was so concerned. It just took it a minute. Next is a hand soap that we have in the kitchen here. I don't know how well this is gonna work. We're gonna hope it works well, because soap should work well. And I'm just gonna like squirt it. It's like a foamy soap. So I'm just gonna like squirt it in the corner over here.
Oh, a foamy soap for this. Whoa, look at, there's like little bubbles popping up on there.
Mm-hmm. It's a very, very slow reaction. I mean, it's working, but I don't think we expect to have like a major reaction for our hands. I feel like that would be more damaging to our hands if we had a super aggressive reaction to our soap.
I mean, that's true. And also, let's not forget that while soap is good at capturing dirt and breaking up particles, the main mechanism that we're using to wash our hands is we have to actually move our hands. We want to mechanically rub that in and rub everything across there. So just putting soap on your hand and letting it sit isn't going to do as much as actually being able to rub it all around and activate that soap.
Anything that's a human product is very, very gentle. I appreciate that. I'm sure you appreciate that also. It does a very, very good job though. Like once it gets going, it really starts working, but It is gentle.
Especially since we know soaps use something called lye as part of what they use to break things down. But if you use pure lye, you can use this to dissolve human beings. So I'm glad that I'm not being actively dissolved by my soaps.
I wonder if like we were using soap that was that aggressive all the time, we'd be taking off, like you talked about, all those skin cells all the time. And that's not healthy for you. That's why they tell you to wear gloves while you're using harsh chemicals, because they can really hurt your skin. So if there's anything you guys want to see us do with milk, pHs, acids and bases, please let us know in the comments below. We would love to tackle all your science questions. Hey guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure you check out that other video and you follow along for all of our other cool adventures. We'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.